release that he can't get to.
If you guys are looking for a place to get some reliable Ultimate Team coins, be sure to check the link in the description below to cointraders.co and use code LEGACY for 5% off of your purchase. Yo, what is going on, guys? Today I'm going to be trying to teach you guys a little bit what I've learned over the years on how to play right wing, some of the better tips I can give you guys. Gonna go over some face-offs, the position, the defense. A lot of people don't realize one of the most important things about being good at forward is actually being good at defense, believe that or not. That's one thing that makes people an alright to a good forward to a great forward. But the first thing I want to show you guys here we're gonna go over is this face-off drop. The way I'll explain it is, first of all, you have to have communication with your center and the rest of your line mates. The center, you know, it depends how he's going to win the drop. If he's going to win, like, do maybe a stick lift or something, I might go behind the center. But otherwise, for the most part, I'll have the left wing go in for the tie-up, and I'll always chase the defenseman there behind and try to get that poke check right there. And you see I got the poke check there. I can get a lot against the inexperienced D-man, or maybe not the really good D-man. You can get a poke check on that a lot during games, and it results in some good chances out there on the ice. You'll see I get them in this game here just like that. But that's one of those cases if we lose the face-off. Now, if we win the face-off, you know, I'll go towards the defenseman, but the second I see we won the face-off, I'll try to cut right and peel past the winger that's standing next to him on the other team and try to leave a passing lane open for a D-man. One last thing I will mention about the face-offs, though, is left side of the ice right here, and this one right there. Every time it's in the defensive zone on the left side as a right winger, or I should say this is, you know, for left wingers or right wingers, you can take this video either way. Both wingers just flip-flop what you do on one side, do the opposite on the other side. But for the most part, I will always come in and chase for that tie-up right there, because a lot of teams will always tie it up in the offensive zone and try it. So the first thing I do coming from the left side is I'll cut in knowing that there's a D-man behind me and try to poke that tie-up before they can go ahead and grab it and throw one across the ice there. One of the main things I want to talk about for offense is position. I froze up the picture right here because I thought it was a pretty good example. Now, I get it, red's on the left side, so because reds were green normally, is green is down low right here behind the net. That's where you need to be for that outlet pass. If you're a winger, look to be behind the boards. Say if that was green, that's red. Let's just pretend that's red, right? Let's just pretend that red is green right now. That's the left winger. And I should be behind the net right now, but because that's red over there on the left side, it's a little bit of a rotation. I'm taking red spot, and then green's going down low for me since I'm left-handed. I stay up in the slot and he goes down low because it keeps that one-timer in play. But that's pretty much a textbook looking thing right here. And one thing I gotta stress so much is you see I'm looking at me, red could be looking at me. That's not a pass you want to force. Do not force passes out as wingers. That's one of the biggest things I can tell you. If he throws that, there's a pretty good chance one of them two guys pass it right there, poke it right there, and it's a turnover. Don't force the pass. Take your time. As a winger right here, you have two options. You can throw it down low, or you can pass it back to the point. That's two things you need to realize you got to do. The stuff will open up the more you cycle the puck around. I can't tell you how important it is to cycle the puck as a winger. Like I said, if you're on the right side, normally as a right winger, you got the point or you got down low. If they're both covered, you're going to have to shoot the puck, I guess. That's about all you're going to have left is just to throw the puck on net unless you can see somebody in a slot that's open. But some teams will play good defense and it'll all be covered. But there's other times, a lot of times, especially if you're playing drop-ins, both of them won't be covered. Now, I wasn't really planning on going like a 15-page book here on how to play the game, but I want to try to point out some, you know, basic but major stuff that you can do to fix it. Like positioning's huge. Them forechecking on the faceoffs can get you a lot of scoring opportunities. The last thing I would definitely want to touch base on right now is playing defense as a winger. As a winger, your job is to cover the point. That doesn't mean necessarily cherry pick at the blue line, but make sure if the puck's on the right side of the ice and you're right winger, make sure you have your body between that guy with the puck in the defenseman so he can't pass it back to the point. Same goes if the puck goes to the left side, kind of sway a little bit over to the slot and then not like directly in it, but a little bit higher so you're not getting in the way of the center and everything else. And again, make sure you're cutting off the pass of that right defenseman, left defenseman, I guess if you're right side, because lefty on their team, but make sure you're cutting off the pass of that at all times. That's pretty much your job as a right wing, is not to let that D-man get covered. And then try to, a good D-man, the better you get at it, you can slowly trickle down in the corner, not deep in the corners, but slowly go down a little bit, just kind of to rush the pass, but make sure you're still staying in the lane at the defenseman. It can help with the defense as well as that way. But other than that, like I said, I covered defense, covered positioning on offense. I can't teach you how to get thumbed. You got to work on, you know, your stick handling and stuff on your own. I can't really teach you that. I recommend practice mode. That's what I do, is I'll go in practice mode, get a whole bunch of reps going in the offensive zone and rush and stuff, just work on pulling the stick back, getting around guys and everything else like that. That's kind of something you just have to practice on your own. But positioning on defense, on offense, making you a great two-way player, that is a great way to start. I mean, mean, you'll get the thumbs eventually. You'll get better at shooting and stuff like that. But that's kind of a thing you learn on the way. This is kind of stuff you can learn right now if you need to. So I recommend you guys try this stuff if it helped you out. As always, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to talk about, I don't know, center, defense, might even talk about goalie a little bit if you need me to. Just let me know. As always, though, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.